Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. And I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And over the last 6 months or so, we have been documenting our journey on FAIRE on this YouTube channel. And I just wanted to do an update because FAIRE recently did their winter market. Now, the markets are not in person, so it's really nice. It's just an online event, so we don't have to pack anything up, drive anywhere. It's all just online. So basically what you do as a wholesaler on the platform is you let FAIRE know how much of a percentage you're going to put your products on sale for, and then FAIRE matches up to 5%. So what we decided to do this time, which was different than our summer market, was we did tiered promotions. So for the first tier, it was 5% off for any order that was over $100, and then FAIRE would match that at 5%, so it was a total of 10% off for the retailer. Now, this is 10% off of the already 50% off pricing, so it's a really, really good time for retailers to purchase. And then for the second tier, I put 7% off orders of $500 or more. So with FAIRE's 5% match, that would be 12% off for the retailer, and then 10% off orders of $1,000 or more. And with FAIRE's match, that was a total of 15% off for the retailers. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Overall, I'm happy with how we did with the market. I think that we were a little underwhelmed with the amount of orders that we got just because we were expecting like a ton of orders, and only because we're now a top shop on the platform, we've already, gained a good amount of retailers. We've already been so consistent with orders during the last 5 months on the platform, so we were expecting quite a bit. But I think the difference between this time and the last time with the summer fair market was two things. The first thing was when I joined the platform, when I put us on the platform, the brand Memory Box Candle Co. It was right before the summer market, and it was in those 2 weeks where we were like a new business, so they were already kind of advertising for us, plus the summer market. And I just did a flat, 10% off of everything, no matter what the order was. So technically the promotion was a little bit better. So the sales that we gave on the last market was a little bit better because you could just order, $100 worth and get an additional 10% off versus 5% that we did during this winter market. But I also think that because of the way that it falls in the year. So the summer market is kind of like where retailers are getting all of their supplies for the holiday season, whereas now the holiday season is over. So I think that also came into play, but I don't want to seem ungrateful because I am very happy with how we did. And also breaking down the numbers, I'm very happy about that too. So I will break that down for you. But first thing is I'm going to get this up on recording on my screen right here so you can see. So here is the fair market recap. This is the winter fair market, and it only lasted 4 days. The first day was actually just for anybody that's an insider on FAIRE, so any retailers that pay monthly for the insider program. And then the following 3 days are for just any retailer. So it was the 22nd to the 25th. So on here, we had a total of 61 unique visits, and 56 of those were retailers that's never ordered from us on FAIRE before. So it says up by 84% compared to your 5-day average over the last 4 weeks. Because honestly, leading up to the fair market, we had like no sales. So I think we went a week and a half or something without any sales, which is not typical, but Chris and I were like, oh, everybody's waiting for the fair market, which is why I think that's also why we were expecting to get so many more orders in. I mean, I was even expecting to have my mom come over more to help, watch my son so I could help Chris with the orders. But I also think that he has such a system now with everything, how it all works, versus during the summer market when the orders were coming in, it was kind of just like, okay, how do we do this? Like, how do we organize it? And we were just trying to figure out how we were supposed to make everything in the order. And Chris has his way of doing it. It's very efficient. So I think that also helped it not seem super overwhelming. As well as we do have a slightly extended lead time. So before it was 4 to 7 business days, and now it's 8 to 10 business days. So just a little bit more, but a little bit more leeway to give him to get things done. Although he can get orders done so fast. It's kind of crazy. I think there was an order that came in and he had it done like the next day or something. It was crazy. So over here, we had a total of 10 orders. 7 were new retailers, which is really exciting. I love when new retailers order from us. I mean, I obviously love the reorders from our retailers too. But I love when new orders come in from retailers because it's an opportunity to get more reorders. And for every new retailer that orders from us, we give them a wax melt scent discovery pack. And we're actually sending out to all of our retailers right now is samples of our spring and summer scents that we're going to be adding on to FAIRE. So these are just 5 scents that I haven't added on to FAIRE yet for wholesale, but that's what we're going to be doing the middle of next month. So we are adding in samples of those scents to the retailers too, but also any retailer that hasn't purchased from us, they get all of the samples basically. Even if they order 1 or 2 scents, we still give them all of the scents because it really, really helps them see like, oh, I really like this scent. I'm going to order this one. It's a form of marketing and it works really well for us, for our wholesalers. So as you can see, it was up by like over 400% from the last 5-day average, compared to your 5-day average over the last 4 weeks. So, definitely a lot more. So this was interesting. So I can see the most viewed products, the linen and sea salt, which is sea minerals from Candle Science. This scent has been probably the most ordered, as you can see, actually, yeah, right over here, the most ordered. And I think it's because of the time of the year. It's so interesting to see how the scents change throughout the year and what's more popular in the moment. So right now it's the beachy scents, the clean cotton, the florals, lavender, gardenia, all that, the coastal, we have our coastal highway, which is the cedar and eucalyptus scent. That one is kind of like an all year round bestseller, but we're starting to see more of those scents being more popular. And I'm really interested to see how these new 5 scents do on the website once I get those added on. So that is how we did on there. And then what I'm going to be doing as well is sharing with you a little bit of the numbers. So how much money we actually made during this market. So we had a total of 10 orders. The average order value was $270. And we are looking for a average daily amount of about $200, a little over $200 to meet our goal for the year of $75,000 gross on the platform. And right now I think we're actually on track for that, especially after the market. So our gross amount that we made over those 4 days, right? 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 4 days, was $2,701.50. And after the fees, now keep in mind that any new retailer that FAIRE brings to you on the platform that we did no marketing to bring that customer to us, they take 15% of the sale plus a flat $10 fee as well. Plus, during the market, there's an additional amount that you are giving up from your already discounted, from what they're already taking. So basically your products are at 50% off. They're taking 15% of whatever you make. And then you also are giving up, whatever percentage. So every sale but one of the sales was just the 5% off for us. One of them was the 7% off because somebody ordered $560 worth of products. So for the most part, it was just the 5% off. So that was the gross amount. So our payout is going to be totaled up to $2,122.78. And then our profit from that, so we profit about 60%. We have about a 60% gross profit margin on our wholesale products on how it's out. It's an estimate of about 60%. So our profit is about $1,273.67 for 4 days, which is pretty good. And that would mean that our daily profit was $318.42. So $318 a day is pretty dang good. So I can't complain with, saying, oh man, I thought we were going to have like tons of orders. Honestly, it was great. I also do want to make note that 2 of the orders were 0% commission because they used my direct FAIRE link. One of them is somebody that I knew that I worked with. She has a shop across the country. Another one was somebody who reached out and was just asking about wholesale, and I directed them to FAIRE using the direct link. So that's something to make note as well. So the fees that they would have taken would have been a little bit more, but I'm very, very happy about this. I'm very interested to see, how things go at the beginning of the year, because we've never been on FAIRE during the whole year. We've only seen the later half of the year. So I'm interested to see how the first half of the year goes, and if our sales keep steady, if they drop a little bit, if they pick up. We are a top shop, so I think that was also something I was thinking like, oh, that's going to help so much. But from what I hear from other people, top shop doesn't necessarily mean that you're like gonna all of a sudden have all these sales. So my whole thing is that if I notice a dip and we're not getting as many sales, because honestly, FAIRE brings like 95% of the customers that we've had. So I've brought, a handful of people on there, but it's not like I'm the reason. It's not like my YouTube channel is the reason on why we've gotten all these FAIRE orders. Most of these people have never heard of me before. It's just all through the SEO on FAIRE and how they do whatever they do when it comes to promoting brands and the search and all that kind of stuff. So it's mainly just FAIRE that's bringing it to us, which makes me happy, because that means that we have so many more opportunities to bring our own retailers onto the platform and have that 0% commission, which is what I really want to be focused on. I should be anyways, regardless of whether or not the numbers dip or whatever. I should really be focused on that. So that is definitely something to try to improve on as well. But I see baby boy waking up on the monitor right there. So I just thought this would be interesting. I love documenting this, and I might find it interesting hearing how well we did and all that. So with that, I am going to end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at MemoryBoxCandleCo, and I will see you in my next video.